Imagine our world with a necessity for design. Design should be that next expectation as we continue to surround ourselves with engineering, social changes, and further projects like education reform.
Hi, welcome to Calicut High School, home of Tiki Tech Robotics and AGC.
Perhaps design
Here at
is getting big
Calicut,
again.
we are
And that's
revolutionizing the
happening
way that we want to
through
inspire students to become
the
complex
application
thinkers.
of design thinking
And we
to new kinds of
use
problems.
inspiration
To
that
global
allow us
warming,
to conquer
to
through
education,
design. And in
healthcare,
many cases, this
security,
design is growing substantially.
clean water, whatever. And as we see this reemergence of design thinking and we see it beginning to tackle new kinds of problems, there are some basic ideas that I think we can observe that are useful. And I'd like to talk about some of those just for the next few minutes. The first of those is that design is human-centered. It may integrate technology and economics, but it starts with what humans need.
So the purpose of design thinking is to take the problem, and create a solution that isn't necessarily business-based for the business, but for the...
Now, prototypes speed up the process of innovation, because it's only when we put our ideas out into the world that we really start to understand their strengths and weaknesses. And the faster we do that, the faster our ideas evolve.
Now we have to remember that the prototyping process with simple tools like PVC pipe, it's a natural thing, and it allows us to create these bigger images that we wish to bring out to the public and into the world. Well, what is design thinking? Design thinking is the process where we learn to fail. We learn to fail fast so that we can succeed sooner. Now this is a designer thinker's mantra because we want to be able to understand that failing means succeeding faster, and we're able to get through more ideas and experience more so we can come up with a better product. Also with design thinking, there are 6 different structures that we have to consider when we're going through the process. The first one, which is one of the most important, is human-centered. Human-centered design allows for people to be able to really interact with the product, so it isn't we're making a product to be a product. We're making a product for a person. The people who will be affected by our work and the people who are experiencing these situations. At Kealakekee, we've been able to outreach design thinking into our school. So this quote points out
we use
that
the
we want to
5-step
be
method
able to work with the
of
people
having
that
empathy
we're
for a
engaging
user,
with, defining
and stay
a problem,
close to them because we're the
ideating
ones that are
for a
coming up with
solution.
ideas for them. And if it isn't for them, then they won't have an interest in it.
So we want to test with actual users. We want to involve people in ideation. We want to observe for inspiration and define a problem with empathy and insight. We always want to have a bias towards action. Promoting action-oriented behavior allows for people to become excited about a topic. This is significant because if I'm excited about working on a project, I'm going to be coming up with better ideas. I'm going to be standing up, being fluid with my thoughts instead of just having a regular discussion-based effort. This means talking to experts, taking pictures, interviewing, observing, going for volume, working quickly, prototyping, testing, and launching and getting excited about getting feedback. Radical collaboration. Shared working style and shared intent can help harness the power of bringing different types of thinkers together. Having more than just one person and observing in pairs and working in teams will allow for greater strength in numbers so that the products can not only be better, but the people that the products are made for can also be better. The culture of prototyping. In many ways, prototyping just ends up being a bad product. It's something that is taken further than the simple step, and that simple step is missed. We want to be able to understand that a simple step is really important, maybe making it out of toothpicks, making it out of whatever type of material. And also integrating different cycles. going through, seeing how it works when you're working with paper, interacting with it, stopping, looking at it again, reflecting on the process, and just thinking about different ways and getting excited about innovating new solutions. Show, don't tell. When you show someone a product, they might actually find a different use for it. Expressing ideas in a non-verbal way makes ideas more compelling. It helps us see the problems and opportunities that discussion may not reveal. So if someone's able to play with a product in their hands, they can feel and understand why it's an important thing. Also, being visual is really important. Drawing a lot of pictures and getting to the point where you can understand how this product is going to function, whether it's just a marker taped together with some paper or if it's actually a handmade product. Overall, we have to be mindful of the process. The 5-step process is significant to understanding that we need to work on some parts more than others, and that we need to have focus points and points of flair where we can be the most innovative we can be. Ultimately, all of us are smarter than any of us. This is a popular saying at IDEO, and creating a product where you have multiple different opinions allows for greater collaboration.
From Kealakekee High School on the Big Island of Hawaii, we have been inspired to revolutionize the way we inspire students to become complex thinkers for upcoming generations. From a school of over 1,600 students and 100 faculty members, we've influenced how they can become complex thinkers through different techniques. A major influence is through Stanford University's design thinking and partnership influence they've made on our students' success to process problems and come up with fun solutions. But why does this technique work? It's a simple 5-step method that allows great ideas to flow by inspiring students to think out of the confinements of society to develop truly creative, deep ideas. This is the same 5-step method that Apple and Google use on a daily basis. So, how did we get involved? It all started with our STEM Inspiring Robotics team, as the model program in the state of Hawaii. With the complex thinking techniques of design thinking, we look at problems differently from other teams and have a competitive advantage in competitions such as VEX and FIRST. From these, we have won many regionals. We recently won NASA's Engineering Inspiration Award for a comprehensive program as well as a well-designed and engineered robot at the 2012 Hawaii First Regional. This makes us the first team in the Pacific to make it to First Internationals our first 2 years of competing. Also, as a part of some of our outreach initiatives, we've been influencing our school, the community, and beyond. We inspire freshman math students to make a creative group Gold Bird project and get them involved with Project Change, an initiative to make a difference in the community. We've also worked with the Debate and Model United Nations team on creating ideas on how to solve global problems. Through these techniques, our debate team got ranked in the top 16 in the world in one of the most competitive debate competitions known as Brickell Brewers International Public Policy Forum. We have also been using the Marshmallow Challenge to inspire students and teachers alike as a warm-up project to design thinking by building towers with spaghetti and tape to hold them up with a marshmallow. In other school-wide challenges, we were able to reach 1,600 students and 100 faculty members through the broadcast system and over 30,000 people on Hawaii Island television. We also did a design thinking session where we taught over 50 Teach for America teachers from Oahu and the Big Island. The session was taught by a student as she looked at how she could take design thinking a step further. Through these techniques, we hope to inspire all students in the state to design a sustainable, innovative, and successful future for our Hawaii.
Design has many components to it, and understanding that we can encompass all of these different components and make it so that it's a human thought that design thinking is relevant is substantial for our 21st century lifestyles. We plan to take education, ethics, and engineering to the next level and include all of this in a project that will inspire students to continue to design in all fields of learning. We would like to introduce you to the Triad Institute for Design, Education, Ethics, and Engineering. This Design Institute is known as TIDE, as we are changing the tides to build a better tomorrow. This includes education through different projects, such as senior projects, independent projects, and also through the regular classroom lifestyle. Ethics, such as speech and debate, and Model United Nations, where we get to understand why major leaders make the decisions that they do and how they impact our global community, as well as engineering, which is the robotic aspect of TIDE. That encompasses how we can use design thinking to come up with better designs, not only for a competitive advantage, but to promote technology in our 21st century. We believe that TIDE is the DNA to resourcefulness when using design thinking tactics, and we are really excited to get this program started.